Today we're going to go over Dirty Dancing, not the movie, but the Olympic weightlifting drill that teaches you how to extend your hips and withdraw or retreat the hips very, very quickly. When doing this lift, we've got to maintain balance over the foot. We don't want to be way out in front of the feet, we don't want to be way behind, and we want the hips to lead, and especially lead the way down when they do retreat, rather than have the lifter lead the way down by flexing forward and leaning into the bar. We don't want that. We want you to be able to maintain motion from the hip. So I'm going to do a few of these. This is a drill that I do very, very early in teaching, and if you can't do this, then you better practice it because your hips aren't moving fast, and they've got to. It's not like some other muscles in your body that are well known to the brain. Getting your glutes to fire and then retreat, having the hamstring help pull them down, very difficult. And if you can't get that at first, don't worry about it. It'll get better. Let me line up and show you how this is done. First, you get tilted, shoulders forward, hips ready to deliver a blow. Say for the snatch right here, I want your balance on your heels at this point, or on the rear foot, and I don't want you to think about going to the forefoot. I want you to think about keeping your feet flat on the floor. That's not to say you have to lift with your feet flat on the floor, but for purposes of this drill, you will feel yourself pull yourself down better if you remain almost flat. The only reason I'll really leave the floor is if I get a good enough hip extension that I lift myself right off the floor. So again, we're in the launch position. We're ready to deliver the acceleration to the bar. I'm going to put my hands out in front of me. Here we go. Okay, that's it. You should be able to do 10 of these within 6 or 7 seconds. If you can't move that fast, then you don't have control of your hips. If you don't have control of your hips, you're not going to be able to project a bar upwards or help project a bar upwards correctly, and you're not going to be able to get yourself out of there quickly enough to make a good effort into the squat clean. A couple of things I want to bring up. One of the things you don't want to do in this drill or in a real lift is project your hips so far out that if you had a bar in front of your hips, that bar would be out past your base of support. No bar is ever going to be out past your base of support coming off the hips. It might be up in here as it comes around at the top, but it should not be projected away from you. You want to project the bar at a slightly less than vertical path so it can easily be brought in, or you can easily go around the bar. Never want to get high on your toes anyway. There's no purpose for that. People that get on the forefoot pretty good are usually getting ready to go backwards. In any case, the Dirty Dancing drill, quick, and repeat, 5 to 10 repetitions. I'm going to have Suzanne come up here in a minute, and we're going to do some of these, and then we're going to proceed to do it right down to the squat just like this, and it's going to be something like this, only hers will be better. And right down. You've got to be that kind of quick. Everything is about getting the heels back down on the floor. We'll have Suzanne come up. Thanks a lot. Quick. Set your hips. Bring them up. Get them out. Heels back down. Set them lower at the start. Go up, down. Yep. Up, down. Good. Up, down. One more. Up, down. One more. Up, down. Good. Okay, now go to the squat for about 3 or 4 in a row. Let's see it. Okay. Good. Don't project out. Up. Set your hips. There it is. Good. One more. Don't project out. One more. Up. There you go. Good. When you first coach these, there's not a lot of work done on moving the feet from the driving position, the natural set position, to the receiving position, which is usually a little wider. Later on, once you get so that the person has their hips really moving, really going, then you can move the feet, play it with moving the feet to the receiving position. I'm going to do a few of these right now. Forgive the lack of flexibility, okay? Okay, you can hear it, you can see it, you can see myself, see even without a bar to pull against, you can see myself, you can see me rather, accelerate myself downwards. And that's what you got to do, and get down through the heels and keep the chest up as much as it can. You can't go under a bar by getting in with your torso. You have to let the hips lead the way down, and the torso will find its angle at the bottom of the squat. And that is Dirty Dancing. Okay, quick. Be quick. Elbows out, quick. Quick, pull down. Pull down the squat. There you go. Again, pull down the squat. Again, pull down the squat. Good, very good. Excellent.